Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Susan Lynn. I'm a psychic and a medium. And today I've got the honor of having Kevin, the healing medium, with me. You guys are big fans of Kevin's, and well, here he is. I'm a big fan too. How are you, Kevin?
So good. You're so cute. Yes, I'm wonderful. We were just talking backstage and sorry, fashionably late. We were doing our hair together.
Well, yours looks better than mine, but
you got a haircut though, didn't you?
I did get a haircut because I am going on a trip next week. I'm going to spend 6 weeks in the mountains, and I will be working. Obviously, I'll be doing videos and I'll be working, but I'm going to be away from my hairdresser. So she basically had a fit and like cut me. She's like, God only knows what you're going to look like after 6 weeks.
Totally.
So this is what we're dealing with, guys. All right. It's not like there's not a hairdresser up there, but anyway, like I said, she freaked out. How are you guys doing? Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. Aww. So, tonight, if you're new here for some reason, Kevin and I are psychic mediums. We are at your disposal. Right now, we are starring your questions. So we'll try to get to as many as we can. There's probably going to be way more questions than we could possibly get to, even if we did this for 24 hours straight. But we're going to do the best we can. We're going to do the best we can. Yeah, I know, right? Right? Exactly. Absolutely. I really wanted to get up to his neck of the woods this summer, but it didn't work out. But I was planning on it. Actually, we were planning on it, but the guides had me zig instead of zag. All right. So we're mediums. We can talk to your relatives in spirit. We're psychics. We can help you with questions that you might have about your life, your career, your relationships, your finances, those types of things. So fire away and we'll get started. Kevin, do you want to pull the lever on the first question, perhaps?
Let's do it. I like it how we just jump in. All right, y'all. In no particular order. That's the thing. We'll just go where spirit takes us. And all right, this one caught my eye because of the wolf, of course. I'm obsessed with wolves.
I didn't even know that. That's cool.
Beautiful. You know what it is? It's the I hope this is not correct, but I can say this because the albino animals, I have this obsession with them. And so, yeah, so the wolf.
Well, they're very spiritual. Like, wasn't there an albino? Well, you might not know this, but there was an albino buffalo born to one of the native tribes here in the United States recently in the last couple of months. And don't they have special spiritual connotation or abilities or thought to have had?
It's true. Yeah. Orca, bear, that is the white raven. I took that picture of that white raven.
Are you for real? Wait a minute.
On Vancouver Island. My friend is a painter, and that painting was inspired by two of my favorite things, birch trees and albino animals. Yeah, no kidding. I literally, yeah. And
you found a white raven?
It's very rare. And on Vancouver Island where I live, I'll tell the short version. I was going up to see my dad up island, and on the way up there, I was supposed to turn right, but something caught my eye to the left. And so I was like, okay, anyways, I go and I have this visit with my dad. I'm on my way home and I'm like, maybe 10 minutes after leaving, seeing my dad, I'm back in that spot where I was pulled on the way there to go left. Anyways, I go through the couple lanes of traffic. Anyways, it was safe, kind of. And I pull over and I see on the road, this white raven is feeding. I kid you not. So I'm taking pictures. All of that to say, I caught a picture. That is true story. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So magical. So yeah.
That is definitely a message from spirit.
I know, it was pretty powerful. I left a lot of things out, but it was very meaningful. And
wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, Snow Wolf. You sent us on a rabbit chase errand, but it was very cool because now every time I see you, I'll see that painting and I'll know that story.
And interesting that I said dad. I actually get a hit with, not a hit, but a hit with dad. And so, Snow Wolf, I'm curious if your dad is one of the people in the spirit world, but I'm instantly taken to your dad. So let me.
Or a dad energy. It can also be an energy, someone that had a fatherly energy, maybe. Or are you getting dad?
I feel, yes, one or the other.
Okay. Okay.
Fatherly for sure. And Snow Wolf, if you're here and you could let us know in the chat as quick as you can, that would be
Yes. The
helpful.
answer is yes. Boom.
Okay, perfect.
And thank you, Judy. Thank you, Judy. Very sweet of you.
I feel dad. That was interesting. I'm just going to go with what I'm getting, and I feel like it's around the conversation because he's paralleling it to my experience of what I was just sharing and all the stuff that I left out. And so it was about this communication. And so, and you don't have to share this, but there could be parts where it's like not fully having the opportunity to be in the conversation. And so the message for you, Snow Wolf, is that if you have those areas in your life or those people that you want to have those powerful, let's call it that, conversations, sometimes they can be, there can be a lot of different feelings around it, but there is encouragement from him to be in those conversations. And that is growth in the human and growth in the spiritual. So hopefully you'll understand that, but invite for him to, for you to be in those conversations. Yeah.
Yes, I totally agree with that. And there's also something just weird about socks. I don't know if you wear crazy socks or he wore crazy socks, or there's mismatched socks, or maybe your favorite sock is missing and you only have one of them, but he wants to talk about socks. For some reason, I really can't tell. These are really quick readings, you guys. We don't really get to spend as much time as we would like in the connection part of this. So our connection is sometimes a little light. In a regular reading, right? We can dive right in and sit down and have a conversation. But in these things, the connection is very quick and sometimes can be surface. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what it is about the socks. But I would just, he's got a little smile on his face. I think maybe he's got a sense of humor. I'm not sure what he's trying to say. Maybe it'll become clear to you. If it's not clear to you now, it'll probably become clear to you at some point in the near future. I'm still trying to understand what the other end of the convo is. Very loud socks. Okay. Yes. Very loud socks. What, I don't know what you mean when you're trying to understand the other end of the convo. Are you talking about what Kevin was saying about talking to your dad? Maybe we can go in a little deeper into that.
I was getting more of not necessarily the conversations that you didn't have with him, and that might also be a part of it, but also invitation for you to have conversation with some people that are still here in your life.
Yes.
So that's the part.
That connects to dad in a very, maybe, not direct way. It connects to your dad. And I feel like you could have an aha moment, and you may actually figure out something you didn't even know you had a question about. You might be like, oh my gosh, I never thought about it before, but this is why this happened, or this is why I see things the way I do. It seems like there's something that can be unlocked. I think that's what Kevin's getting at. Well said. And it's nothing that you need to be worried about. It's all in due time, the guides are saying. So don't worry about timing. It's just sort of like a bookmark for you to know that this is available.
I love that. A bookmark. It's so good. And thanks for the donations. I just want to say, Judy Christensen, thank you so much for your donation. And Tupelo Honey, that's so kind of you. Well,
let's go straight to Tupelo just because she's got a surgery. Let's just see what this says here. Oh, my mom's twin is undergoing a risky surgery right now. She is suffering from the same cancer as my brother recently died from. Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. My mom is beside herself with worry. Please let me know what I can tell her about my aunt and or brother. I don't see the same outcome.
Yeah.
I don't see the same outcome at all. We can't always, I can't always help you understand why people cross over, right? I mean, that's, in my opinion, that's a higher power kind of decision or explanation. But I don't see the same outcome. How about you, Kevin?
And that's just it. I pulled 2 cards. In this one, I got the happiness card and go with the flow. And that's really sometimes easier said than done. Let's just say that in the humanness. So I do feel like there is the happiness card for me is a good outcome. And so I do feel that it's different. And so some of the fear that's residual of the past ones feels like it's influencing this, but it's that that encouragement of go with the flow is to release and know that they will be okay in any of the scenarios. So lots of love and prayer around this for the ones doing the surgery, for everyone that's impacted by this Tupelo. So yeah, lots of, yeah. Archangel Raphael, which is so beautiful. And so in their energy to assist the, because I feel like there's intricate aspects to this. And yeah, they're really, yeah, there's help from both sides. So what we put out on the earth side, when we put out the worry and the fear and all of that, we can manage that. So putting out the vibration of the healing and the love, that's being met by the spirit side. So, and duplicated. So lots of love to you, Tupelo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom's twin. Interesting. Is that a bee on there? A little flower.
Yeah, I see the flower, but I don't.
Can I borrow your glasses?
I think, you know, if anybody's drawn or called to do it, maybe everybody could just send not only her mom's twin some love and some healing, but also Tupelo and her mom some healing and love, because this is stressful. There's no doubt about it. This is a stressful thing, but for whatever reason, I don't know why your brother had to cross over, and my condolences, but I just don't see it with your aunt. I'm, you know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see it. So I think that's what I would be able to tell you. Much love, dear. Take good care. Okay. Juanita, thank you for that donation. That's very sweet of you. I'm probably going to donate whatever we get tonight, whatever I get tonight to, have you guys heard about the woman that was attacked? What is her name again? When I'm connected to spirit, I cannot. I know one of you can put it in the chat. But she is one of us. She's a tarot reader. She has a channel, and she was riding her motorcycle, minding her own business, and she was attacked and beat up very badly. She's in intensive care. Tanya or Tanya? Tanya. T with Tanya. Okay. T with Tanya. Tanya Stinger. I'm going to donate whatever we get to her. But I hope somebody does a GoFundMe for her, because when you guys donate via YouTube does take a chunk of that money. And I really wish that she would get, you know, more of the money. But she did a video on her channel from her hospital bed. I mean, it's no lie. It's no joke. And she doesn't know why this happened. It was road rage, some kind of crazy road rage. So please keep her in your prayers as well. And if you're interested, Tanya Stingley, that is it. Yeah. Yes, she is a sweetheart, I think, but her channel is Tea with Tanya, isn't it, or something? Please check out her channel, send her love, send her Reiki. And if you have a buck or two, she could really use it. Okay, let's move on. Go ahead, Kevin. Where would you like to go next?
I'm going to go with Crazy Shark 22. Will there be a move in my future? Yeah, future. I want more of a timeline. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, it's like, do you want, what's that on the, what is that game show? Curtain number 1 or curtain number 2. So I feel like a couple of opportunities. I heard to pull 2 cards, and one is within 3 months and one is 18 months. So I do feel there are, and that's usually life. There's not just one set. So there's several potentials. The energy I instantly heard, Crazy Shark, was yes. And it's like, you know, all your ducks in a row. They don't always have to be in a row in order to make those types of decisions. So what that says is you have the ability to create this. So I get a yes. I get a
Me
yes.
too. I got a yes immediately. And Kevin gave you timelines, which is great. And I think what's to keep in mind, like Kevin said, life doesn't follow timelines sometimes, right? So if something falls through, don't take that to mean it's not meant to be. Take that to mean that particular opportunity didn't work out, but there's another one coming.
Thank you guys so much for these donations.
Yeah, I will forward them on. I've already donated to her, and I'm happy to send these also to her. She really needs the help, guys. Check out her channel. We stand together. I love that about this community. We band together, we stand together, we help each other when we're in need. And this woman is really in need. Okay, so let's move on. I'm gonna go. Thank you, Abigail. And if you can't donate, please don't donate. You know, there's no, requirement. But if you have an extra couple of bucks, that's great. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, let's try this one, Kevin. Julie Short says, my cousin Sheila turned me on to spirituality years ago. She has since passed. Does she have a message for me? How sweet of her. All right.
Oh, wonderful.
She flipped your light on.
It's so funny because it's like, okay, that's interesting. Because it's like, I pulled the adversity card, and what I was tuning into, like the two of you talking, but it was like more like whispering. And so I'm like, what the heck is with this whispering? And now it's like just talking about it openly with like with your inside voice and your outside voice. So being able to really stand in it. I don't know if you would understand that it was like you would only have these conversations, or maybe really pending who the audience was, but there's encouragement from her, just joy and celebration around it, and encouragement to continue sharing this part of yourself. And something about the month of March, maybe, I don't know if that's her birthday, something about the month of March being highlighted with her. But yeah, feels really beautiful. And so it's like, yeah, just more of the conversations and sharing this part of yourself with other people.
Yeah, I agree. I think the whispering is like a confidant, this is somebody who, plus I think she was ahead of you, she was more into it maybe, or into it before you were, or maybe into it bigger than you were. But she's also showing me that she's telling me that you astral travel, that you travel outside of your body, perhaps maybe when you're asleep or maybe when you're meditating. But in any case, this is something that you're going to be doing more of, she's saying. So I don't know if you already have had this experience, but she's showing me this experience of you having this vision, I think, while meditating, of just this brilliant kaleidoscope of colors, of just experiencing these colors, and that she's kind of helping you. She's kind of like cracking the lid open more for you to have more experiences. So she's kind of acting like a little bit of a guide for you on the other side, where she's walking with you when you astral travel and making sure you get home safely, right? She's just like being a big sister, sort of. So yes, I hope that helps, Julie. It sounds like fun, and I think we should all have someone like that in our lives to kind of help us go out and have fun, but yet get home at the right hour. Thank you, Deb. I really appreciate your donation. Create love. I appreciate you. Sherry, thank you. Abigail, thank you. Kimmy J, thank you. Mira, thank you. Royo, thank you. Rayo, thank you. Polly, Mary Harrow. Hi, girl. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Isabel, as you guys might know, Ruthie, Curious One, we're going to be donating these. Susie, we're going to be donating all of these to Tanya, who was attacked, road rage, and she's a fellow tarot card reader and has a channel. I think it's Tea with Tanya. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, that was a beautiful message, Julie. She loves you. She's so excited. She's kind of got this excitement to be working with you. So that's pretty fun. Thank you, Juanita. Okay, let's move on. Kevin, are you ready for the next one? And if I missed you, I'm sorry. And thank you for your donation.
Michelle USA, will my son graduate college? He is on his second academic probation. Oh, yeah.
Somebody on the other side is saying he needs to get his head on straight.
Yeah.
Like in a male voice. He needs to get it, or a stern voice, whether it's a male or not. He needs to get his head on straight. I feel like he's kind of has a few different things going on. It's not as simple maybe as that. Thank you. I don't know how to say your name. Elro Bashar. I don't know how you say that. I've seen you, but I've never had to pronounce your name before, so I'm sorry. And thank you, Joanna. Your son. What do you get there, Kevin?
I feel like it's in his potential
and
his choices, because I got these really two beautiful cards, and that's the duality. I feel like the cards are in his hands. So the failure and the freedom, that shows both. I do tune in a little bit more, and this is just picking up from, because so less about me tuning into his energy, and more of me being aware kind of in your energy, a bit of the struggle. And so is it what I really want to do, or is it not? I don't know the layers to it. It's probably, it would just take more time to figure that out, but there's something there. But yes, it's in his potential to follow through in this. And I don't know if this is possible, but is it possible, like, well, even this year, to finish it this year? Let me know, because I do feel like that's, yeah, it is possible. Let us know. But yes, overall, I feel like it's it comes down to his choices, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Thank you, Maria. Do you feel, Kevin, that he's self-sabotaging because he doesn't quite know what he's going to do when he gets out of college? Or there's this sense of, I don't know what I'm going to do next, or I don't know. It almost feels a little bit self-sabotage.
Well, it's interesting because the other card I got that fell out before, and I was like, it's the loneliness card. And so there is this kind of like energy of uncertainty, or like not familiar, or like, the questioning, or the, but it's like, sometimes we just can't see beyond that, but it's not to take away from our potential of getting there. So it's within his potential. And I think it's grandfather. I think it's on, I don't know if it's your father, but his grandfather on the other side, I think was the male energy.
Yeah.
Let us know if you're still there, Michelle, USA.
Thank you, Sharon, for posting Tanya's information. I appreciate you, Sharon. Michelle, let us know. The other thing is, I'm kind of wondering about if he could really benefit from some therapy. Again, there's this sense of loneliness that's Kevin's picking up. There's this sense of confusion, or I'm just not sure if this is really what I want. Also, there's this sense of pressure. He just has a lot of things going on that he's not good at communicating. And what's happening is it's showing up in his grades. That's where all this confusion is showing up, is in his grades. And I think that maybe he could get some therapy would actually help him sort some of that out. Hopefully that's helpful, dear. But I agree with Kevin. It's well within he certainly can do it.
And yeah, it's her father. Interesting. Yeah. So help from the other side, but they can't override our free will. So that's the highlight of our choice. And so that's really, it's a beautiful partnership in that. And so they're encouraging him, of course. But even if I have to say this part of it, even if it doesn't come to that, his life ahead of him feels really good. So sometimes in this, like, I want it to go this way, and when it doesn't work out, it's to take us in that other direction, as you know, which feels really good for him. So just be in that surrender of the worry that it's, you know what I mean? It's not all or nothing. And so in that, it feels good for him, Michelle.
Right. Yeah. That's beautiful. Thank you, Kevin. That's really, really good advice, I feel like. And I hope it was helpful for you, Michelle. I know it's hard to be in your shoes, but I think that's solid advice. Okay, let's move on. We have so many people and so many questions. Okay. No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure. I just wanted to say hi to Kevin Loving Vibration. I see you.
Oh, hey, Kevin. I'm sorry I didn't see you, dear.
Snuck in back door.
All right. I don't know why Moxie Cha-Cha, I'm drawn like spirit is like got me by my ears. I don't know what's going on. My grandson's birth mother is unstable. Will the court change her visitation to be supervised? It's like yes and no. It's like yes and no. What is that? How can it be yes and no? It could be that it's temporarily supervised or something like that. I definitely feel more guardrails on this situation, more eyeballs, more check-ins, more reports, more paperwork, more visitation from whomever that is, whether that's, the Child Protective Services or whoever. What are you getting, Kevin? Because then I get maybe she even has a possibility of losing her custody. Now I'm getting in the future she could even lose this custody. What are you getting?
Yeah, it's interesting. They took me back to like October, November.
Of last year?
Of last year. So October, November. And it's like, it's interesting. I got two, and I think this plays into it, Susan Lynn. I got the No Place Like Home and the Poised. And so it's like she's exposed and on this like platform of like being watched. So there is that's interesting. And there's a No Place Like Home. I was going to say it's a 50-50, and it's a 50 is the card number. And so it is a bit of a uncertain. And so again, it's that, and I feel like there's that theme in it where spirits like reminding us of our own free will and the choices that we make, and then the impact and the consequences sometimes of what that looks like. And so again, it's empowering her in her choices. And so it feels like there's uncertainty is what I get in this moment in it. And so that shift feels like it's pending the choices that she makes or doesn't make.
Right. So there it is. That's the 50-50. And how interesting that you pulled the 50 number card with No Place Like Home. You can't make this stuff up, people. So what would be your advice for Moxie Cha-Cha since this is her grandson? I mean, I think she has to stand ready, but stand by.
Yeah, that's the thing. We can't override somebody else's life. We just can't, no matter if, we just can't. And we can be an influence, we can encourage, we can but there is this little piece of sliver that separates us. And in that, yes, we're still connected, but we can't override somebody else's life. So we have to sometimes be the one to just be the witness. And that's part of our learning. So if we remind ourselves that the good stuff, and when it's according to our preference, we're like celebrate. And then on the other side of it, we actually can do that as well. So easier said than done. I'm right there with you. But it's good. It's good, you all. It's what we're here for. You know, it's what we're here for.
But I think overall, Kevin and I see more supervision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone knows there's a problem here, and there will be, and I think that could put your heart at ease, probably. Okay, Joyberg, thank you for your donation. If I've missed you guys, Beth Mullen, thank you for your donation. Okay. What did you just say something, Maxi Cha? Woo. Thank you. Okay, super. Okay. All right, let's move on. Kevin, you're going to spin the wheel.
The moose caught my eye. You know, if you put an animal in your, like for sure, the spirit's going to make me see it.
Now you know the key to getting Kevin to read your question.
Did you say now you know the key?
Yeah.
I was just moving these cards and look at it's like a key with the keyhole.
Okay, stop freaking me out. Stop freaking me out.
I mean,
sometimes this stuff is like, woo. Okay. All right.
I'm 75. Would I be safer moving to SWFL?
Southwest Florida. Moving from Southwest Florida. I mean,
okay. Yeah. So
moving from Southwest Florida, going to higher ground. Yes. Oh my God.
That came out.
There's your answer.
Go.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm excited for you to move, actually.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am too.
Yeah. That's a yes for me.
That's a yes for me too. Be like, they're just saying be in the child mind, right? So try to be open to the places you might move, because I think Spirit has an idea for you, but it might be surprising to you. So if that's the case, you may not acknowledge or know that's the right place, right? So just try to be open to that. But yeah, I think you will be better off in a lot of ways. Not just safer, but there's a lot of reasons for you. Okie dokie. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. It just popped in front of my face here. Phyllis, I'm having heart issues. Will I be okay? I do believe you're going to be okay, Phyllis, but you will likely, first of all, we're not doctors. This isn't medical advice, and please go see a doctor. So we're saying this as a, caveat and whatever disclaimer. I do feel like you're going to be okay, but I do feel like you might need something. I don't know if it's a procedure, but you might need it's treatment. Let's call it treatment. You might need some treatment for this. I do believe that you found it kind of early. I mean, maybe as these things go, it might be that you might hear a doctor say, even though you don't think you did, they say, yes, you found it early. But yes, I see you being okay. It could be that you need to change something, your diet, your lifestyle, add medicines. There's some kind of change in your life, but I see, yes, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
What do you get there, Kevin?
I don't get life-threatening, and it's not to downplay it because I do feel there is that support. So medicine I did here, and medicine, so yes, of course, from your doctor, but then the other part is the medicine that's there for you through the breath. So just being in your breath, your meditation, that's also supportive, especially for the heart energy and the heart chakra. I feel like they're showing me some little procedure, but that it's not life-threatening for you. So it's great that you're aware of it in this moment, and that's a good thing. So yeah. It's so interesting that it's like they really want to, because worry, none of us are separate from the worry. And they just want to nurture that. None of us, there's nothing sometimes that we feel like we can do to take away the worry. And then we yeah, I don't know. I just want to say, but then we can, we're powerful in that way to at least reduce it, and then to acknowledge it when we are, and then move back to things as simple as the breath. So there's support for you there, Phyllis. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have faith and love, send love to your heart. Like to riff off of what Kevin is saying, we worry about it, and then that can sometimes make us anxious, and then that causes a whole bunch of other things. I think one thing that we sometimes forget to do is love the thing that needs healing.
Yeah.
So love your heart, just send love to it and be loving with it. And that'll also help, I think.
Oh, I see the doctor on Thursday. Perfect. Susan, that reminds me of that book. It's called The Knowing. And it's the
Really?
daughters. Yeah, two of the daughters of Dr. Wayne Dyer wrote that book. And
Oh.
it was really one of the first times that I heard just loving all the aspects of ourselves. So the good stuff and the not so good stuff. And when we do energetically what that does, and that's where miracle can lie. And so loving those parts that are the most challenging is the encouragement from spirit.
Yeah.
Hands down. So I love that.
Sending you much love, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kevin, I think you're up next. I'm not sure.
Righty. I shall. There was one that stood out to me because I thought it was my turn last time.
Oh, sorry.
No, it wasn't though.
Well, it probably was. Who knows? I don't know.
You know me, I'm like, what day is it when we're in there?
Me too. Well, clearly, I don't even know it's my turn, and I'm over here taking your turn. Okay.
Linda Elaine. See, there's an animal, and I didn't know there's a butterfly in there. Kid you not? I love this stuff. Linda Elaine, is my dad, Bob, trying to give me a message about my mom who has had some health issues lately? Thanks so much, Kevin and Susan. Yes, absolutely. I almost cursed there. But he's a character. I feel like he's a character. Yes. And look it's the mending card. Feels really beautiful. Yep. So for sure. As well as the seeing part, I feel like you're hearing. So there's something, whether you're hearing in your mind's ear or out here, and that can be voices or it can just be noise. But I feel I'm being made aware of that, Linda, if you would understand that. But yes, without a doubt. And it's like it's so funny. Sometimes it's like we just need the outside validation. But that you already knew this, because I feel your communication with your dad and others in the spirit is familiar. And so, yes, yeah, that is for sure. Oh, that's interesting. I pulled a card and it's the butterflies on the top.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So perfect.
Yeah. Linda says he is definitely around. She says, yes. Do you feel like the message for her is about her mom? I feel like there's a little bit of a message about your mom, but I think there's also a message for you. And for me, he's saying, don't wear yourself thin. Don't overwork yourself. Don't spread yourself thin. That's what he's saying. Especially with these changes and things around your mom, there's an opportunity for you to really overdo it. Okay. I don't know, Linda, if you would understand that you sometimes feel guilty just like being like not doing anything. You know what I mean? Like you've got things to do and people to help, your mom being one of them. And I think that your dad is saying it's okay to sit and stare out the window, or it's just okay to do those things. So he also is giving you this message to take care of yourself. The message also he's saying is this is sort of a long process with your mom. I think that's another reason why he's saying take care of yourself, because this isn't going to be, you're going to need to balance right over this long period of time. What do you get there, dear?
You know what? I love that. I love that they also, in the gesture of us taking care of other people, that they want us to take care of ourselves as well. And I just want to echo that. Because that feels so good. And so his his invite is to draw your attention to yourself as well in this. And that feels really beautiful. Yeah, don't let your tank run empty in that care for other people, Linda, because I feel you are. I don't know if nursing is in your background, definitely caregiver. And so, giving it away, save some and be in the receive for you as well, is what I get as well, Susan.
Yeah, and here she says she has been helping her a lot, but she's not sure it's enough. It is enough, dear. That's what your dad is trying to teach you. He's trying to tell you it's not a race. This isn't a race. This is going to be a marathon, and you've got to pace yourself. Sometimes maybe it doesn't feel like it's enough. I mean, what is enough, right? I mean, couldn't we all use a lot more help than we get sometimes? But you really need to pace yourself. It's enough. You're doing enough. You're doing all you can do, and that is enough. And some weeks it'll be more, and some weeks it'll be less. Your dad is really, that to me, he's really trying to get that message to you.
That's good. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Linda.
And thank you, Guadalupe, for the and Anna, thank you for the donations. You guys don't have to donate to get a reading. We're going to read as many people as we can. The donations are being given to Tanya, who was attacked, and she's got a channel. She's a tarot card reader. You can see her information in the chat. Thank you, all you people, for putting it in there. Okay, so let's
Can I just add one thing? Linda, sorry, I can't shake this part about, are you guys like the nickname family? I don't know. It's like, are you, I don't know. It's like you all, because I'm hearing all these different names, but it's like, but not regular names. It feels nicknames. So I don't know if that's just a little inside from Dad, but yeah.
Let us know, Linda, if that makes any sense.
All these silly names. So cute.
Obviously, Dad is not wanting to let go of that. It could have been when you were a child. It might not be right now or something like that. If it makes any sense, let us know, dear. Okay. Let's see. We're going to move on, I think.
Oh my gosh. My husband is the king of giving people nicknames.
Perfect.
Oh, that's so cute.
Perfect. Nice job, Kevin.
Yeah,
nice job.
It's so good. Thanks, Dad. I think his name was it Bob? I can't remember.
I think it was Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Not Bob.
Yeah. Bob the dad.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. I'm telling you, the stuff is magic, right? It's just magic. Okay. I am going to spin the wheel over here, I think. Okay. Sandra K says, does Spirit have a message for her? Yeah. Let's see what Spirit message is for you, Sandra.
Oh, that's so cute. I went to my animal deck.
Is that a koala?
It's a koala. The energy of the koala. And it says, does Spirit have a message for me? It says, Spirit has a plan. And so it's interesting because, and I don't know if there's a message going to come from this, but what they instantly showed me was you surrounded by all of these crystals, and you were like lying there and just being in the receive. And perhaps this is a carryover from, actually they're saying more than just one, in that we need to be in the receive of healing, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, all of the above, and then some. So I feel like there was part of what was said from the last reading that was applying to you as well, Sandra. So really taking some time to offer yourself in that healing. Yeah, and if there's anything more.
Sandra, I'm not sure if you're spunky or if there's somebody in spirit that you would consider to be spunky. A woman, I feel like someone in spirit is saying that you're a spunk. You have spunk. Perhaps living your life, some of the spunk has been wrung out of you or flattened you, and but the message that I'm getting is find your inner spunk. Really do new things, change up things in your life. And it's so easy, guys. If you're stuck, simply change up things in your house or your apartment, move a lamp across the room, move a rug. Those kinds of things change the energy. Change your routine. If you always do something a certain way, do it a different way. I feel like I feel like there's a stuck energy. So I feel like somebody's saying, get your spunk back and you can kind of get out of this kind of, if you feel like you're in a rut or something, this can help. Hopefully that's helpful. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. 5:15 in the room. It's like having a big old party and I didn't even have to buy refreshments.
Speaking of parties, we have a party coming up.
We have a party coming up. Kevin is going to be a part of my event, Connect to Inspire, Connect to Empower in Chicago. I'm super excited about it. I mean, I'm super excited. I've got things planned that are top secret. I can't say, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And Kevin, you're going to be with Linda G.
I am.
September.
I am.
And I think there might be some tickets left for that.
I honestly don't.
Okay, well, maybe it's sold out. So that's in San Francisco. I love that we're starting to get together in person because I think this is really important. So
can I mention the other one?
Sure.
The one, okay, because I'm allowed to mention this one. So there's some, okay. So what I'm going to mention is the one that's coming up with Kim Carey.
Okay.
And Freebird and Andrea, Lilac Lantern, and myself are going to Bryce Canyon. And I want to, okay, don't tell me what it's in. I always want to say Ohio, but it's not. It's Utah. Bryce Canyon, Utah.
Bryce Canyon, yes. Bryce Canyon is all they need to know. It's a beautiful place. It's a powerful place. How do they learn more about that?
It's on all of our community tabs now. So if you go to Kim Intuitive You, Debbie Freebird Spirit, Andrea Lilac Lantern, or myself, you can find information. And I believe it's already half full. It might even actually be a bit more than half full because this one's a little bit more intimate. So I believe somewhere around 40 people. Don't quote me on that. But I think it's going to be a really beautiful experience as well. I just want to say, Susan Lynn, I am so grateful that you asked me to be a part of yours. I mean, and yes, this in the big picture, Spirit wants us to come together.
Yeah.
And they want us to do that through virtual, but they also want us to do that in person. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like an in-person hug. And for all of you huggers, you just wait, because I'm a hugger. And I want to hug all of you. So
there is some kind of magic. So, but I would say that if you guys can't make it this year, that I know for a fact that Spirit is going to be, I'm going to be doing something next year. I'm sure everybody's going to be doing something next year. Yeah. So if you can't make it this year, maybe do a little savings account so you can join up with everybody next year, right?
Yeah. Can I add one little piece to that?
Yeah.
For a lot of you that are in the US, make sure you get your passports. Spirit just gave me that. So, and we'll leave it at that. There you go.
Yeah. Leave it at that. Woo! I know, right? Okay. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Okay. So we'll move on now. Yes, we're going to be doing, I don't know, Spirit, we've all been moved to do it, right? Linda G, I just went to Sedona. You're going to San Francisco. You're going to Bryce Canyon. You're going to Chicago. Are y'all guys noticing anything that Kevin is the popular kid in class? Kevin is everywhere. Everybody wants Kevin on their team. Yay! Super awesome. Super awesome.
Oh, so fun.
Yeah.
All right. They're like, get on with it, you two.
Oh, Tangi bought tickets to Chicago. Don't be scared, girlfriend.
Oh my gosh.
Don't
Can't
be
wait.
scared. Don't be scared. We are going to have a blast. I'm telling you, we have pure magic in the form of these people that are going to be at Connect to Empower. We've got 7, including myself, psychics. It's going to be off the chain. Don't be afraid. It's all good. Okay. But if you are afraid, email me and I'll help you understand what it is that we can help you with that would make it feel less jarring for you. I really want to help you with that. Okay, Mira, thank you for your donation. Okay, we're going to move on. We got off the chain there. We normally we don't. Kevin and I are like, okay, Laura Wright says, help. And I don't know if it was my turn. I just grabbed the wheel. I'm sorry.
Perfect.
And I picked one with a really cool dog. So I was channeling you, Kevin.
Oh my gosh, so good.
I know. Help, I must move from my lovely duplex after 15 years. Will my dog and I find a lovely place to go? Please, no apartments. I want a home. Should I take a garage apartment down the street or wait for better? Okay, good questions.
Okay, let me see about the first part. Okay, yes, you'll find something. I'm going to tune into the one down the road. It doesn't check all of the boxes. Oh, this is okay. Could you have it next month? Laura Wright, if you're still here, could you have it next month? That's really quick.
Yes, she could have it as soon as next month.
Okay, interesting. I'm just going to go with, because that's the energy that I'm tuning into, and the cards that are coming through, and you sometimes, here's the thing, you get to interpret this, is what they're saying. So I've got around the energy of the one that's down the road, I got the ground yourself, I got boundaries, and I got acceptance. And so as I feel into that, I don't know if it checks all of the boxes, is the feeling that I'm getting. So it's not to say that it wouldn't support you, but in your wording, is it the best place, or did you say the best place?
I think she says the owners are great. Next month, the owners are great. I would do it. I agree with Kevin. I think it might not be perfect, but I think Spirit is placing you here because it's safe. It's in your neighborhood. It's an easy move. It feels a little bit interim to me.
Yeah.
But it feels good to me. Does it feel good to you, Kevin, in general?
Oh yeah, it feels good. I mean, it definitely is an option, or I'd be like, they'd be like, absolutely not. But yeah, the 1 month I think was the open. It's a yes, but I don't see it being long term, and so I don't know how that unfolds. But there you go. So I got a yes too.
Yeah. I would do it. Don't worry about it. Just do it. Once you get there, you're going to know in some period of time, whatever that is, you're going to know the next thing to do. It's okay. Go with the flow. They're saying, go with the flow.
And isn't that great to think that you could just move boxes? Like you could just walk them down the road. Like that's a great move.
It's true, right? It could be less expensive. You don't have to rent a big truck or whatnot. Okay, go ahead, Kevin.
I just want to say, Linda, thank you so much for your super sticker.
Thank you, Linda.
Of the clouds, thank you so much for yours as well. You guys are so kind and generous. So
yes, and Mira, thank you. And we're donating these to Tanya, who needs some help right now.
All right, we just did that one, so I'm gonna move on. Oh, I think we started that same one. Laura, it's your little chihuahua. We just did that one, right, Laura?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Now you
I don't know
what's happening there.
Your birthday's tomorrow.
Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday. Eat a piece of cake for me. Oh, no, I don't know. They said don't do that. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm spreading my bad habits, apparently. Okay, don't listen to me. Okay, so happy birthday. Your message is, so this is your solar return, they want to say. I wonder if you are into astrology, because I never say that. I don't think Tanya has a GoFundMe account yet. I want her. Hey, Danny Shea is in the house. Woo woo.
Hi.
I want her to have one because when you guys donate through YouTube takes a pretty good chunk. Tanya is a tarot reader who has a channel, who was on her motorcycle. She's an older lady. She was riding her motorcycle and somebody had road rage and beat her up.
Ugh.
She's in intensive care. You can go to her channel. Somebody will put it in the chat, I'm sure. And you can see her video. She talks about it. She videos herself from the hospital bed. It doesn't look good. And she can't afford this, right? This is not something that she can afford. So we're just trying to help her. So anybody that donates, I'm forwarding that on to her. Okay. Back to Jay. Who are you laughing about? Thank you, Linda.
I'm like tuning. Okay, Jay, if you're in the chat, are you in the chat, Jay? Sometimes it's like, could we just bring them up on screen really quick? But that's a whole debacle sometimes. Jay, I'm being made aware of a motherly energy on the spirit side. And it's like, so I don't know if this is mom or grandmother and or both, but female motherly energy that's there. And it's, I pulled a child's love. So there is, of course, this love for you in that, but it is about enjoying the cake. It's like really enjoying the moment of like the cake. And as kids, we like, well, most of us, I don't know, most of the kids that I hung around with, we liked cake. Maybe not chocolate, maybe you liked vanilla, whatever that is. Be in the indulgence, be in the moment, be in that savor of the piece of cake.
So treat yourself. Treat yourself. Take care of yourself. Treat yourself.
Right. And I don't know if it's grandmother. So mom's mom, if she would have made your birthday cakes for you, if you understand that.
Mm-hmm. I don't see her. She hasn't popped up yet. If you're here, dear, just say hello. I know it's a lot to type, and we're still talking. But if you're here, just say I'm here. But yes, I totally agree with that, Kevin. I do sense that same relative. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know how much to get into if you're not here. But I would say, I think that's really just a good message. Maybe we can leave it at that. Take care of yourself, eat the cake. There's also a sense of like, you can have your cake and eat it too, right? Like there's a sense of really self-care and self-love. I feel like you've been through some things. And I feel like a little self-care and self-love could go a long way. Okay. I think Jay is no longer here. Misty, thank you for that. I do appreciate that. And I'm sure Tanya's going to also appreciate it. And Linda too. Okay. Let's get over here. Message from my friend Teresa. Rosie, I think you're Rosie Marie Polisi. Your friend must be in spirit, I think. Do you have a message from my friend Teresa? Okay. If you're in the chat, do me a favor, dear, and just get queued up and ready to answer a question. Because we have 526 people in the chat. We probably have 1,200 dead people. and sometimes it's just helpful for us when we're trying to be very quick to get a validation so that we know we're connected to the right Teresa, and we can just kind of keep going and give you a better reading. But I'm getting Teresa. First of all, she's I feel like she's making me feel like you guys were sisters, like you were like had that sister energy, that you were there were times in your life when you were closer, of course, than other times, and life got in the way sometimes, but you could always be right back together. Like a simple phone call, boom, you're right back, like no time had ever passed. She's showing me being kind of silly sometimes, and laughing a lot, and just being kind of silly. And she loves you, and she sends her love to you. And I feel like you have something of hers that when you look at it, you think of her. Or recently you've had a memory of her, or maybe there was her birthday or some sort of reason for you to think about her. But she does visit you on occasion. Yeah. So go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, I don't see them in the
I
chat.
don't see him in the chat.
What I was made aware, and I'll just keep it short for this one. Well, first of all, I pulled the card. So thinking of you, I mean, it can't be
Oh my
clearer
God, I
than
love that.
so beautiful. What was it that you were saying? Oh yeah, the contemplation. So it's like if you're in that place of contemplation around option A or option B, it's encouragement to just choose either. You know, just to be in the, because sometimes we can just be in that contemplation for so long that we don't choose what we're being called to. So there is a little bit of a nudge from spirit side for you, Rose, about stepping into whatever that contemplation might be for you. And did you say something about celebration? Was there a recent birthday connected? I don't know. I'm maybe I'm
There's
just
a reason why she was brought to her mind. Either there was an anniversary, birthday, an event, maybe a reunion, or or maybe you ran into somebody. Yeah, something like that. But you're getting like a birthday kind of energy.
yeah, for sure, something celebratory. I think you had said something about a recent and yeah, there is
Yeah.
something there. So hopefully you get this message, Rosemarie.
Yes. Thank you, dear. Thank you, Rosemary. Okay, we're going to move on here to. Did you pick Rosemary?
It's perfect.
Golly, I'm sorry. I
No.
don't know what is happening. Okay, Judy, we need scorekeepers. We need scorekeepers. Okay. Do my guides have a message for me? Judy, do your guides have a message for you?
Judy. Oh, I heard come closer. Okay. Oh, I get it. It's like, oh, I get it. No, I do. It's like come closer. I'm like, what are you saying? So it's like sometimes we think it's like we're always like come closer, and they're saying come closer. So our participation in spirit communication, whether that be guides, angelic, loved ones, higher self, we have to participate in that. And it's not to say that you're not Judy, but there is this invite, and sometimes that takes something. Carving out the time, you know, being in the right vibration, if you will, to really tune in. They're to me, the reason why they're saying this is to bring you further into your own spiritual understandings and your gifts. And so that's the message that is coming through for you, Judy Christensen.
Yes. I concur. I concur with that. I don't really have too much to add to that. I do think it's sort of like coaxing you out of your shell a little bit, like Kevin said, come closer. Absolutely.
You just needed the assurance.
Oh, beautiful card. Wow.
It's great.
I love that.
Spirit in the tree. I just smile when I see Judy Christensen's name. I'm just saying. Beautiful energy, Judy.
Nice. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. All right, Kevin, you spin the wheel twice.
Okay, let me do it here. Let me see. My starring powers were taken away. We already did that one. I always go back to the ones we've already done.
Me too.
This is a total switch, but this is interesting to me.
Okay.
I heard a prediction of a large earthquake in California in July. Can you give me any info? Well, first of all, do I feel like there is... I don't announce a lot of my predictions around things of nature, but I get a lot of them. I often feel the earth shake before it shakes. And also the animals show us. And I'm not downplaying it. This does not feel like...
I agree.
Anything catastrophic by any means. So they don't want us to place any worry in it. And they said there was one today. They said there was one today, and that's just it. So we don't often feel the earth shake. So it's not to say that there won't be one in July, but that they don't want us, like, they're saying that we're prepared. And so our house is being different, our, for the most part, the way we would react to that. So I'm not seeing anything major. So
Yeah, I agree.
mm.
I totally agree. I don't see anything major in July. Spirit doesn't always show us everything, but I think it's important what Kevin said about California is pretty prepared. Not to say that the infrastructure couldn't take a hit, but you guys are really prepared for this. So don't worry about it. I don't think too much. Okay, go ahead, Kevin. Let's roll on.
All righty. I'm on the same fault line as California. Just saying. Okay. So that's why I usually would feel it with California, especially. Where are we here?
I don't know.
Jeanette. Jeanette. Oh, look at those little pansies. Aren't those our little?
Oh my God. Yeah, it's like a pendant with, okay, nice.
That makes me think of your mom, Jeanette. What month will my daughter move house and will she have an operation? Okay.
Those are two very different questions, like big different questions all in one sentence. Okay. I hear yes. Will my daughter move house? I hear yes. Oh, what month? I'm sorry, what month?
My ears burn.
Potentially August.
Okay. Well, that would be within 3 months.
Oh, that's what you got. Okay.
Yeah,
potentially, like we said earlier, people have free will, and that means not only your daughter, but the people selling the house or the market or whatever, right? So, and will she have an operation? With that, I'm hearing no and then yes. So it might be that the first doctor or the first indication is no, and then at some time later they say yes. But I could be wrong. What are you getting there, Kevin?
I feel like and I don't know if you'd understand this, Jeanette, if you're still here, but does she have choice in this? And that's where the uncertainty is. I don't know if this is what would be considered elective or not, but I'm not getting a definitive yes or no. So it's something kind of like pending, or I don't know if it's considered elective, but I don't have a definitive yes or no on this one, and the pendulum didn't move.
Right. So there's not enough data. I think that's why the doctor's like yes and then no. I don't know if they know enough yet to make a real decision. So hopefully that helps you out there. Okay. Do you want to pull the next one?
Sure. And thanks everybody for being here. Oh my God, look at that. I'm going to all the start and all of the donations. You all are so generous. And if you're just joining us, this is all going to Tea to Tanya? Tea for Tanya?
Yeah, Tanya Stingley. And she has, I think, Tea with Tanya. She has a YouTube channel. I think the information is in the chat about what happened to her, but she's in dire straits and she could use some love, some healing, some Reiki, and a few bucks.
And I chose another dog.
Nice.
And I have a Yorkie myself. So
that dog is like a little stuffed teddy bear. Oh, all right, Dora.
Dora. Hi,
Young. Happy early birthday.
Yes, happy early birthday.
Okay. I feel like you might be doing some traveling, Dora. I feel like I'm not sure if it's planned yet, but you spirit. I just see you going a surprise. It's a surprise to you. You're like, I am. So if you've already got something planned, I feel like you're going to do something else. Thank you, Vixen. Thank you, dear.
That's so funny. I got the receive card and that's a gift, but you know where I saw her? I saw Dora at the casino on like the slot machine?
Dora, you'll have to let us know.
Okay.
See, and I got hesitates. So you're hesitating about this, or you're surprised about it.
I got the inner truth. So the truth's coming out. Dora likes to gamble, y'all.
See, it's
Dora
all
likes
about the surprise. I'm telling you, you're like, I am going, and then somehow you just find yourself, going whatever it is. It's like a little bit of a surprise.
Oh my goodness.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
DJ, thank you so much. Hugs for Tanya. And Denise, thank you so much.
And thank you, Astrology Happenings with Shauna Sia. Thank you. Okay, let's just answer Shauna Sia's question really quick. Will I find a friend to go with me to a concert in New York? I feel like yes.
Yeah.
You didn't say where you're going to have a good time with this friend. You didn't ask that question.
I don't know if you're going within a couple of weeks or if that's the answer coming in within a couple of weeks, but yeah, it does feel like you'll have somebody. I feel there's a male contender and a female contender. So I don't know. Yeah, it's like choose your own adventure, but yeah, I did.
Choose the one you're going to have the most fun with, because nobody wants any drama going to a concert. Okay.
Oh my goodness, Carolyn. Oh, we're putting out like.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, what's your Yorkie's name? We'll put out a little beacon of light.
Well, do you mean lost, like ran away, or lost as in crossed over?
Oh.
I think maybe crossed over.
Okay.
But we can put out a beacon of light for that too.
Oh my goodness, Carolyn, I'm so
sorry, Carolyn. That's heartbreaking. I know that Kevin feels the same way. My baby is my baby. It's my child.
Yeah, I hear ya. I literally have a Yorkie. I do. Is it your turn?
I don't know. I just want to say that Judy said thank you so much. She's 78 and going strong after an illness. Well, we just think that your energy is awesome. And Carolyn, my heart goes out to you, dear. Okay, we're sending you love and light. Your Yorkie is fine, though. I mean, not that it's not easy for us, but for them, for our animals that are crossed over and our loved ones that have crossed over, they're perfectly fine. They're quite happy.
Yeah, she's in spirit.
Yeah,
so sorry.
She licks you. She does those little, I guess because she's a little dog, and I've always had big dogs. My dogs are like, but I just feel like these little kisses. That's what she's giving you. Okay. Go ahead and go, Kevin, because I jumped in with Shauna Sia's.
Because it's like as you're like getting kissed, it's like I don't know if she got all her teeth pulled out or some of her teeth pulled out, but it's like I'm drooling. So it's like yes, I'm being kissed, but it's like I'm drooling. But that she's still with you. Yeah, it's like I don't know if you have like the hardwood or the floor, but it's like the little nails. I'm hearing like the little like tap of the nails on the floor, and you still hearing that.
Yeah.
All righty.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you, Denise. We're sending all these, and Judy, thank you. We're sending all these over to Tanya. Okay. Okay. Well, I find a new job and a new man. Well, okay. These people are like double. What do you call that when you double dip, or you? I don't know what that is.
Double dip.
Double dip. Golly, double dip. Y'all are double dipping. A new job and a new man. Woo, okay, raspberry beret. I don't know, but Shauna Sia's looking for somebody to go to a concert in New York with her.
Oh gosh, what's that song about the raspberry beret? The secondhand store. So I don't know. Maybe at the secondhand store you'll find the man. Maybe.
She might not like no cheap man.
Totally. Yeah.
Thank you, Moxie Cha-Cha. Raspberry beret. Okay.
I got the friendship card, which is really interesting. And so that it feels like friendship into like developing. So are you telling me that there is someone already? Are you already seeing someone? Or do you have interest in a friend? What is this?
We're about to get all up in your business, Raspberry Beret,
Oh,
but you started this process. It's too late now.
totally.
It's too late
Um,
now, girlfriend.
Yeah, they want to bridge it back to past relationship and what you've learned from that. It's like, what's that? You had to kiss a couple frogs. You know what I'm saying? We all had to kiss a couple frogs. My goodness, I think there was a toad or two in mine. But nonetheless, yes, I
He
do
says
feel
a friend has an interest in me. Go, Kevin. Go, Kevin.
interesting. Okay.
And the plot thickens.
Yeah. Sometimes those friendships and the ones where it's like, okay, yeah, it's like just taking away any fear about the relationship. What are you sharing?
I don't know, man. I think I'm getting a no with the friend. I don't know. I think,
Oh my God.
yes, frogs. Raspberry Berets like frogs.
Look at it. Around the friend, it's like the death card, the regret, and the doubt. It's like, so the friend is a no, but it's to show you what you don't want to repeat.
Exactly.
So there you go.
There's a reason this friend is in the friend zone. Leave him in the friend zone. Valerie says I can't even locate a damn frog to kiss.
Oh my.
Woo! All right. Okay, leave him in the friend zone. Okay, what about so I don't even know if we have helped this woman. We've been talking about frogs, we've been talking about all kind of stuff. Is she going to get a job? She also is looking for a new job.
Yeah. The job feels like it'll come before the man.
Bingo.
Yeah.
I agree.
Absolutely.
And you should probably just really concentrate on the job, because I think that's going to give you that change energy. You're going to be working with new people. You might be going to a new part of town. That gives you a new opportunity to meet new people. I feel like Kevin is right. The job comes first. The man comes second.
Yeah. No cane toads. They're toxic. Thank you for that one, Eliza.
Well, what if you like that? What if you like a little hallucinogenic thing? I don't know. I'm just saying. I've never done it, but some people do.
I've never
Some people lick them frogs.
It's true.
Whew, I don't know. Y'all wearing me out today. All right. Okay. Lord. All righty. Yeah, right. Pebbles said maybe she'll find the new man at the new job. And I agree with you. Totally. I agree. There does seem to be a little link there. Okay. Are you okay with going a little bit longer, Kevin, or are you?
Sure. Maybe one or two more for sure.
Yep. Okay. Let's do it. Go ahead and spin the wheels, sir.
Is it my turn?
Why not?
This one caught my attention. And so, of course, there's a dog in it.
Because there's a dog in it.
I was in a meditation last week, and my spirit guide, Raul, brought me another guide. She looked like a fairy and gave me a golden orb. Who was this, and what is the orb meaning? Oh, I mean, wow.
That's amazing. Congratulations. What a great experience.
Yeah.
Another guide. She looked like a fairy. And she gave you a golden orb. To me, the orb means it's a new beginning. I'm hearing the words new beginning. I think it could be new gifts or new they just keep telling me new beginning, and I'm trying to get them to tell me something more than that. It's almost like a new phase of your life. It's not just a new beginning, but it's a life phase. It could have something to do with fairies, but don't get wrapped up in that. They're saying don't think that you need to go out and buy runes or go into Celtic, whatever. That's not really the case. Fairies are, I hear the word changeling, right? So the fairy is super for sure a fairy, but this new beginning is not necessarily 100% around the fact that the fairy's there, but it is a new beginning. This orb is like and it went in you. I don't know if you know that, but it like went into your, I feel like it was like a download, information. What do you get? Maybe you're making more sense at this point.
I love what you just said, and just to add to it, I got this very peaceful feeling, and that was internal. And I wrote down healing peace, and then I pulled one card for you, and it's the amethyst card. And so that energy is of that transformation. And it's like, they don't want to give it all away to you. And so they're not telling us all the
Everything.
parts because they want you to be in that discovery. But I feel part of that piece is that did you say upgrade or download? Upgrade,
Download. But upgrade it, yes, same thing to me.
Yeah. And it's interesting because they're making a point in that where we sometimes get caught up on the upload, download. It was a fairy, it was this and that. And so they're bringing it inward. And so it just feels really powerful. And so on the emotional, not to get too personal, I do feel that there is some support on the emotional for you in the moment. That is part of that energy of the orb. Oh, that's interesting. They said go back to the picture. And so just in that orb energy, there's something really special there for you. So yeah. Good stuff.
And she says it was a really cool experience. It might be the coolest experience ever. You know what I mean? You may not ever top it, and that's okay. Just be in the opening, be in the open mind. You're in a beginning. Yeah. Very cool.
Thank you, Gail Chandra, for your super sticker. So kind
of you, everybody, for donating to Tanya.
And I think there was a couple more. Dora, I don't know if we said your name, but we're saying it again.
Thank you.
Why don't we end on this one? If that's
okay. Daryl.
Okay. Will I prevail in my legal case? Okay.
I feel like yes, but
has it been a couple of years? Lynn, if you're still here. Has it been a couple of years? You know that song? I don't know if you're familiar. I don't know where this is coming from, but it's like, it's something about, oh no, actually, I get it. It's like that song that never ends. It goes on and on. I feel like that's the energy of what's so.
Oh, you feel like this has been going on for a long time.
I do.
Success.
I got the success card, so that feels good. The outcome feels good. The time frame, and perhaps sometimes it can feel like it's so long, but it's the energy that it's kind of went into it and kind of, taken from us that can feel like eternity, if you will. But the outcome feels good, Darylyn.
Yeah, it feels almost anticlimactic. Like Kevin says, this has this energy of like been a long time, and you're just worn out and you're just ready for it to be over. But I do see that, yes, you will prevail. And I just wanted to share this briefly. Kimmy says, a few months ago, y'all said I would be getting a job upgrade and wanted to report back that we were right. Yay!
Hey!
Thank you for the feedback. And I'm glad you got the job upgrade, Kimmy. That's freaking awesome. I just love hanging out with you guys. I wish we could just hang around and answer all your questions, but it kind of wears us out a little bit to do this for hours.
And you know what, Susan, and that's the thing. We don't always get to everybody's question, and I saw that, but it's like, here's the thing about it. There is message for each and every one of us in hearing messages for other people. And so sometimes we have to look past that it's coming directly to us and be open because Spirit has that beautiful way of sandwiching us all together in these moments to really be in the gift of receiving messages. So hopefully that you took something if you didn't get a reading from us today. And we do this often, and this community is so wonderful in their contribution of time and energy and reading. So there's so many of us that do these lives. So if you didn't get one today, come back, check us out again, check out some of the wonderful readers in this community. So lots of love to everybody.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you, Krista. And thank you, Mary Hubble. And please keep Tanya in your prayers and your thoughts as well. And I know this is the best community. This is the best thing that ever happened to me is you guys, is this community, right? Who knew that this was going to spring out of the horrendous Trump, debacle? But it did, and I'm very grateful for it. So thank you guys so very much. If you are new, please check out Kevin's channel, The Healing Medium. I'm pretty sure I put it in the description here. He does a lot of lives. You do a lot of interesting things. Kevin does a lot of healing videos, a lot of live healing, a lot of collaborations.
Yeah.
Check out his channel. It really a lot of helpful things there, right? So,
and the healing one, actually, we have that coming up on Sunday, and it just keeps growing and growing. I'm gonna have to upgrade my streamer because like all of these healers are wanting to take part in it, and it's really beautiful. It's a little bit different. We don't do a lot of talking for the most part. There's music that plays, and all of us that have different healing modalities come together. And so if you need healing in any capacity, do check us out. We're usually every 2 months ish, but this Sunday is the next one. So thank you for mentioning that healing one, because it's really special.
There's a reason I did. And it's on your channel, right, Kevin?
It is, but we stream that too. I think there's going to be 10 of us this Sunday. So all of us are going to stream it. Yeah, it keeps growing.
Do you know what time, roughly?
5 o'clock Pacific time. And we go for about 45 minutes to an hour. So,
and people can just like watch, right? And receive the healing, because your intention is to be open to the healing. So you don't have to do anything. You can just watch it.
Yeah. It's so easy. Yeah. Just show up, take part. You can do it live. You can do it afterwards.
Yeah, that's right. You can watch it recorded.
Yeah. And I know lots of people keep going back to them. So yeah, check it out if you feel called to that. And I'll just answer that one question. The Bryce Canyon one is the 28th to the 31st, I believe, October, end of October. Yeah, I think, but yes.
It's over Halloween?
We go home, I think it ends in the later morning of the 31st. So
okay, so it's just, so y'all can keep it straight, it's just before Halloween. And you can find that information on his channel, on his community page.
Yeah.
And that's with Debbie Freebird and Kim Intuitive You and Lilac Lantern.
Yeah, Andrea.
Yeah. And you.
Yes.
Kevin is a busy boy, y'all. He's a rock star. I know. Prince Charming's mom. He's a rock star.
Love you guys.
He's just hitting. He's like a pinball. Just ding, 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 ding. He's hitting tilt.
So good. And happy Canada Day to all my fellow Canadian friends. Happy
Canada Day. I was going to say that. I'm sorry I didn't say it.
It's
happy Canada Day. Yeah. Happy Canada Day. Yeah. And happy 4th of July to the Americans. And let's all celebrate our countries, because so far we still have them.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. All right, y'all.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys soon. Okay. Take really good care, everybody. Bye.